Please give us a brief introduction about yourself.
My name is Babatunde Idowu. I'm here to talk about my business partner who has tried to fraudulently take over possession of what I bought.
What is the name of this your business partner, and what is the name of the company?
It's called EMT, Executive Mobile Toilet Limited Company. His name is Atolani Bakare.
Oh, okay. So what exactly, give us an insight into the genesis of this, your business with this person.
Yeah, in 2019, he was undergoing some financial stress. So he called me up, started lamenting and telling me things are rough for him, and he's moved back to his parents' house with his wife and a child. So before he told me he was into mobile toilet, and I asked him about the mobile toilet. He told me it was profitable business. What happened? And I said him and the guy that were running it, the business broke down, so they both went different ways. Then he had to get a 9-to-5 job because he now had a son and a wife, because I didn't know he had a wife for his son then. Along the line, when we were talking, I know he needed help. He came to, and I told him that, okay, you still want to do the mobile toilet business? He now said yes, that he doesn't mind if I can invest in it, that is a profitable business. And I was okay. For you to get into the business, how many toilets do you need? He now told me he needed at least 10 that he can fit in back into the business. And that's okay, no problem. Leave it with me, I'll think about it. So after like a week or two, we kept talking, and I told him, okay, don't worry, I will send the money to you. As at then, he said each toilet cost like 500,000 naira, and he needed a foreign one. And I told him, okay, don't worry, I'll send the money. So eventually, I sent 10,000 pounds to him to get the 10 toilets. But because the guys that were selling the toilets, before then, once they call him for business, he calls those guys, they give him commission after doing the business. So when he met the guys, he came with like 5 million naira then. They said they weren't going to sell to him. They said because he was living in Lagos, the business would be in Lagos. They didn't sell the toilet to him. So he had to return the money back to me. Along the line, we started searching for where to get toilets again, to buy, even though America, China were all over on the internet. But he came up with this place in the UK. But those ones who told him they couldn't sell to him because he was Nigeria, they don't do business with Nigeria, that they've never shipped anything to Nigeria. And I told him, don't worry, leave it out to me, just give me that contact. I'll speak to them. I spoke to the company. I told them I was going to buy it. They asked me, I'm going to ship it. I said, I have a shipper.
This company you're talking about, where is the company located?
It's located in UK here in Coventry. I reside in UK, I'm in London. So I called this company up. Initially, he told me he needed 10 to fit back into the business. But when I called them up, I now bought 15 toilets. I now shipped the 15 toilets. That was in January 2020. I shipped the toilet to Nigeria.
So before you bought the toilets, did you have any concrete agreements as to, your investment in that business? Or you were just doing it out of charity?
No, I wasn't doing that out of charity. What happened, I told him he should bring up a proposal I'm going to share. I'm going to benefit from the investment. So he brought out this proposal that it was one-sided. So I told him that it can't work. I can't settle for this because I'm the one buying all these toilets. What he brought was, after every month, the money we make is going to give me 20% out of it, then 100,000 inclusive. So I now told him that period that if, for instance, we make like a 2 million naira in a month, I will end up having 500,000. He was giving me 20% out of 100 and 100,000. And I said, where have you seen somebody that will finance everything about a business, and the person will be having such kind of agreement that I can't settle for that? And I now highlighted too many things in the proposal I brought, that if this doesn't go this way, what will happen? He tried to talk me through it. So at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I'm not down for that. What will happen, what I'm comfortable with is we'll be on a ratio. So what we started with was 60-40 after expenses. That I will have 60% of the proceeds, he will have 40%. And that was how we started. So when I shipped it in 2020, January, the thing now go to Nigeria like a week before Nigerian COVID-19 lockdown. I was the one that paid for the shipping and everything. He didn't give me a dime. So when he got to Nigeria, the container that they shipped it with, so the shipper called me that it was in his solo that they should come and pick it up. I gave him the balance of the money. So I shipped it with like 2,000 plus that period. So when he got there, even though before to go there to pick the toilet up, he didn't have money to hire a truck. I was the one that sent money to hire a truck. I was the one that did everything. All the expenses was on me. So because now he is claiming that I came to invest into his business, that like as if he had a thriving business, was into money, maybe he had like 50 toilets before or 20 toilets. The toilet he had before was one locally made, like 2, and those ones you couldn't use it for parties. So when his toilet came to Nigeria, they were brand new and everybody loved the toilet. It was unique. So people were coming for the toilet.
If you are to give an estimate of the amount you spent in purchasing the toilet, shipping it down to Nigeria, clearing it, and, taking it from where it was cleared down to the office, your base of operation, how much did you spend?
Everything I spent then was like £13,000. At the end of the day, when we started the business in like 2021, early 2021, we now got a contract with a company in Ikorodu that was building a factory. So I think then they rented like 8 toilets. So every month then, when we are sharing the proceeds of the business, I get like 500 averagely, he gets like 400,000. So that period, he was always nagging that all the money we're making is like he's giving it to me, everything, he keeps complaining. And I asked him, like, guy, listen, averagely you're making 400,000 every month. I'm making like 500. He's on the statement because he shares statement with me every month. Every transaction, salaries, everything. If we are not into business together like business partner, you don't need to share statement with me. Because now he's claiming he owned the business, me, I just came to invest and he paid me off. So that period when he was complaining bitterly because I was on 60-40 with him, and I told him, you make 400,000 every month. You didn't buy any toilet. I was the one that fund everything. I've not even made the money I used to buy the toilet. And you from day one, you started making money. I even told him, I know this business involves cash transaction. You never one day included cash transaction in this business. And I never asked you that it's not everything I can police, but I just want to be fair as much as possible. So along the line, he came up with 15-month statement.
Okay.
So in that 15 months, he claimed that the money that came into the account or the business was like 20 million. So when he did the calculation that he gave me X amount of money, he got so what he was trying to claim that he doesn't make any money. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, when he came up, inside that same statement, he said he bought land. It was for the business. And I said, whose name is on the land you bought? It's not my name. It's your name. Mm. So at the end of the day, he ended up like in 20 million. You only did account for 60 million. So I asked him, what about the 4 million that is left? You did the statement. I didn't do it. He couldn't answer. And I said, okay, that 4 million you just talked about now, it didn't end up in my pocket. So it must have ended up in your pocket. I was so bitter at that period that this is somebody that didn't even have what count post of 200,000 every month. You are now having 400,000 every month. You still have a 9-to-5 job you were doing. So the angle is coming from that he had something going for him. It's a big lie. If he had something going for him, he wouldn't be living in his parents' house with 2 children. So I was so bitter. We had argument that period. And when he could do job finish, I still got the text messages on WhatsApp. We know the way forward. He now begged me that I shouldn't be angry. Maybe it's the way he put the word. So at the end of the day, I now looked at it that money that he came up with statement, 15-month statement, we couldn't account for 4 million. The money he claimed he made and the money he gave to me was like the same thing. I thought about it. There's nobody I know that does toilet business. If I get angry and sell all these toilets, it's me that will lose because people will not buy it the money I bought it. So I now I calmed down. He begged me, he said I shouldn't get angry. I still got his text messages. And that's okay. Let's do it 50-50. I even wrote there that I know your problem. You want me to reduce my percentage. Okay, let's do it 50-50. Immediately I said 50-50. He said it means he has to be taking salary. So at the end of the day, he started paying himself salary. The reply I gave him then was, it's up to you. I got so fed up of him that his demand was just too much. So that period, he started paying himself like 100,000 or 120 as salary. Means he was not any more than me that bought everything. After his salary, we still share 50-50. He came up again that he has to be paying his wife salary. I said, why? He said, because she does the bookkeeping. How much do you want to pay your wife? He said, 40,000. I said, all right, go on. So I paid the wife 40,000. Before I knew it, 70,000. We argue over it. I said, okay, no problem. He now got to a stage, told me he's got money. He wanted to buy a toilet. I said, okay, no problem. Sent the money over from Nigeria. I bought 5 toilets for him. I shipped it down to Nigeria for him.
This is somebody you were already having issues with when you started the business in terms of, how you share the proceeds from you people's investment. And all of a sudden, he just came up and told you that he wants to buy 5 separate toilets. And didn't you push for what are you purchasing it for? Are you purchasing it in the interest of the business? Or why did you still go ahead since you already said you were getting pissed off?
When it came up, I always want to see people grow. So going back to your question, when he came up with it, I thought about it, but I felt if I decide not to buy, I can still buy in Nigeria, but not be foreign toilet, or you can go elsewhere. So I said, okay, no problem. He sent the money to my account. I bought it. I shipped everything down to Nigeria. So when he got to Nigeria, and I asked him, these 5 toilets you just bought, how are you going to incorporate it with my own 15 toilets? He now said, no, these 5 toilets is for him, strictly for him. He's not sharing the proceeds. And I said, listen, my 15 toilet, the proceeds of the money we made, we bought 2 trucks. This same truck is going to move your own toilet from point A to point B to centers. And if there's a business coming in, which toilet are you going to take out? Is it out of the 15 I bought or the 5 you bought? That there will be a conflict of interest here. He argued everything with me that he knows the way he's going to do it. I said, listen, this thing will cause problem between me and you. Or he didn't budge. He didn't want to understand where I'm coming from. Immediately he told me that the 5 is for him and strictly for him is not. And I looked at it that me above 15, I was sharing the proceed with you 50-50. But you just add only 5. You said you're not sharing with me and you're not sharing, and that is it. And in my own 15 toilet, that's where we pay salaries, we fuel, we do everything. He said he is to spend money. So I got so fed up with him, I didn't say anything.
Aside from this toilet business that you are doing, you did another business with him again?
Yeah, because where he was working, that I told him he was doing 9 to 5, he was working under one lady that is into cosmetics. She produces and sells, she ships from China and all that. So he now discussed the business with me that it's a very profitable business. I'll say, okay, let's do it. And I started financing it. I bought machine, bought generator, I shipped some things from here that I said we will need for labeling and all that. Then as we're doing that business, we're at the same time doing our mobile toilet business.
How much did you invest in that business?
I would say like 5 million. Over time, I started putting money, but I couldn't calculate, but I was saying like 5 million naira. Last year, for like 3 months, he didn't give me any money. He said any money that was supposed to be my share, he was putting it into the cream business. And I agreed with him, okay, put it. So I didn't even know how much he said he put in it. So I just left it. For that 3 months, instead of him to share statement with me, I don't know what he was doing. He said GTB Bank, blah, blah, blah. He couldn't print out statement. So I didn't know how much came in. I didn't know how much went out. So to cut the long story short, so when he now told me he was not putting the 5 toilet with my own, so I now knew there was fire on the mountain, but there was nothing I could do. I left him. We continued business. So what started pissing me off was, even though me and him share 1 million now, I will need to spend money. You see, he doesn't have money. He just want me to always bring the money. I say, no, it doesn't work that way. You, at least, maybe bring 30. Let me bring 70. Because everything I'm doing with you, I do it 50-50. Even though I'm the one investing more, I still do it 50-50 with you because you're on ground. You let it be part of your own commitment to even bring something. So I believe we are working together. So he would say no, he said this. So what got me wind up was he called me that day up that he needed 1 million naira. I said, oh boy, I don't have 1 million naira to give now. You've already said whatever we have on ground, you manage with it. So he kept on, I now got pissed off. I said, listen, I don't have. When I have, I used to give it to you. This 1 million I don't have. Not that I can't produce 1 million, but because I knew everything, you want to force it out from me. At the end of the day, we shared 50-50. I'll be the one bringing out the money. And I said, no, I don't have. That was how he now said he's gone to his mother-in-law to borrow 1 million. I said, okay, fine. That same day, less than 4 hours, somebody paid into the cream business account 1.something million, one of the customers. And now, because my email was to the account, I now screenshot the email and I sent it to him. And now told him to use the money for what he wanted to use it for. He refused. He said he's not returning the 1 million. I said, why? He said he's not going to return it. I said, okay, no problem. So the funny part of it was when he wanted to pay the money back, he said he gave the mother-in-law 30% interest. I said 30% for what? He ended up saying he collected 1 million, he paid 1.3 million. And I said, your mother-in-law for that matter. When he wanted to pay the money back, the money was transferred to his own account. And I said, okay, listen, don't your mother-in-law have an account you transfer to? Or how? Eventually sent me a receipt that I transferred 140,000 to his mother-in-law. And I said, but where's the remaining 260,000? And I said, he's giving her part of the money before. It's okay, no problem. So I knew this is somebody I've invested a lot and has benefited a lot. If you can tell me your mother-in-law, you borrow 1 million naira, it's just like me telling me I borrow money for my mom, but I have to give her 300,000. In the business, she's even benefiting from our children, grandchildren, and our own daughter is benefiting from. That's how he said that was the agreement he had with her, that he can't go against the agreement. I said, okay, no problem. So from that day, in my head, I said, you know what, this guy, and that was like towards December last year, I said, I'm no more doing anything with this guy. So in December again, normally every December I'll give rice, things like that, all those food items to our staffs. So that period, and I saw, because our staff, they paid them 100,000, and I saw 150,000 in the statement in that same December. And I said, 150, are you not going to still give them rice? He said, yes. I said, but you could have told me, why can't you just give out money? But what he does was, because it's the account me and him share, I never knew he opened another account in that same company name. He never told me. So that same December, there's this Shilo job we normally get from Shilo. They might say we should supply 50 toilets. So, and I asked him that December that, how about Shilo job? He now said, yeah, got the job, but eventually he gave everything out to the company that refused to sell him toilet before. I said, why? He said, one guy that gives us job in Alausa said they had job for us, but the job will not come true because some Ulu wasn't on ground. And I said, okay. He said, there's nothing he can do. He's giving it out. But I know he gives it out with like a deal, because anytime they give us like 50 toilets on the occasion, we only had like 20 then. We borrow like 30. So at the end of the day, we are supposed to give those ones like maybe we charge them like 15,000 a day for one toilet. We might give it to the people who borrow 30, like 10,000 a day. So we still make money from there. So I thought about it that how can you just give out 50 toilets without anything, and our own toilet are just there? I said something is wrong here. I just kept quiet, and I said I'll wait for the statement at the end of the month. So I'll see when they pay the Shilo job, how he's going to distribute the money, how he's going to pay the people he collected toilet from. End of the month, when he shared the statement with me, I didn't see the Shilo money coming. And now saw, that was when I now knew he opened another account in the same company's name, and I'm not aware of that account. So that was now he now transferred with the same company name from another company, from another account into that account, like 300 and something thousand. And I asked him, why didn't Shilo pay into this account? He said when he tried to pay into the account, this has been an account they paid for over 3 years. He said the money did not come in, he reverted. And that's why they asked him to produce another account. He had to give them the other account. And I said, but I'm not aware of this account. We are running a business. You share account with me, you now open another account, receiving money behind me. And I asked you to share that account. Let me see the amount they paid. And let me see how you disburse the money. So I will know you didn't use my toilet for the business, and you're not lying to me that someone who wasn't on ground, you gave it out. He said, lie, he's not going to share the account. So that was like late December. I got so angry that I just said, you know what, this is it. I didn't say anything, even in January 1st, we didn't even say Happy New Year. So January ending, he now sent me 250,000. The minute I saw the alert, I called him. He didn't pick up. He said, text me. And I said, I know you're refusing to pick my call, but anyway, what has a beginning has an end. As he got the text messages, you know what, I'm no more interested in doing business with you. You know my 15 toilets. You already have your own toilet. You built VIP toilets. He built VIP while we're doing the business. He never told me, because when he finished it, he does do a video. Because anything he does, he doesn't carry me along. At the end of the day, we just do like a surprise. So at the end of the day, I say, okay, let me have one truck. You have one truck. You do your own business. I'll look for somebody else to run my toilet for me. He said, we don't have any business anymore. Our business has ended before now. I don't say, okay, you're kidding me. Now, if you want to go that route, it won't be funny. The cream business, and I told him how much is in the account. If you split it into two, 50-50. This was something I single-handedly financed. But I just felt, you know what, because I've agreed 50-50 with him, anything we're doing. So it was like 2.something million in the account. So he transferred 1.something to me. He took 1.something. Since that day, I never WhatsApp him. I never text him. I bought everything. I shared it with you 50-50. Inside, at some point, you were paying yourself salary. You're paying your wife. How have I cheated you? This same thing, you made you to be somebody. You even left your parents' house. You went to rent a place. You even bought a car for yourself. You built VIP toilets. You can afford to buy 3 rams on salad days. That have I cheated this guy? That this was somebody I couldn't even boast of 100,000 when we started the business. So now I want to take my things. He said no.
How much in total have you invested in all the businesses that both of you were running in Nigeria?
I would say in total, everything that I invested, I still with him, will be close to 50 million.
Okay, so what do you want now?
I want my 15 toilets. Initially, I said I was going to give him 1 truck, but if possible, I'll take the 2 trucks, because then I didn't want him to run out of business so he can continue. But I know my toilet bought the 2 trucks, the equipment for the cream business, the mixer, the labeling machine, generator. Then there are some labelings and plastics that we bought for the business that is still with him. I don't want to have anything to do with him, so I want the police to help me and get my things back from him.
Yes, I'm speaking with Atolani Bakare.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well done. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay, thank God.
So, my name is Lambo. I am a journalist. I'm calling the respect of Mr. Babatunde, who complained to us that you are trying, the allegation is that you want to take over his property. He said, like, he provided 15 mobile outlets, takes it down to from UK to Lagos, that 2 people have been running the business, and he realized,
okay.
If no longer aligned on the basis of lack of accountability and the fact that you discovered that you opened a separate account which is different from the main account that you people are using in operating. Yes. That no longer interested in doing
business with me,
and he wants to take over all his investments. But the major ground now is that he told you that he needs all his property back and that you are saying you're not going to release his property.
It's been over 10 years that I've been running this business before Idowu came in as an investor. I have an existing business with few toilets and a lot of customers. So there is every point where a business needs to grow, and I was looking for an investor, and that is where Idowu came into the picture. He financed the purchase of 15 toilets as an investor, and before he financed it, we had a verbal agreement which I also drafted. But the only issue there is that immediately I sent the written agreement to him. He sent money to me immediately.
The written agreement you said you drafted to him, did he sign any of the agreement?
They did not sign the agreement.
From what he told us, Atolani, in out of his own money, bought 15 mobile toilets and contributed it to that.
No, please hold on, sir. It's not like he bought toilets to the business. He gave me money as his investment. He sent 5 million naira to me. So when he sent the 5 million naira, I proceeded to go and purchase toilets. But unfortunately for me, I did not. The places I wanted to buy it in Nigeria, because of competition, they did not sell to me. So I told him I connected with two companies, one in South Africa and one in UK, that I would prefer to buy from. And those ones are even better and cheaper. The only difference is that we will pay for shipping. When we got to that point, I contacted the UK company that this is what I want.
Did the company sold mobile toilets?
Yes, the company sold to me directly. I have the invoice. Everything is in my name.
What he said was that he was the one who, after you were not able to make that purchase, he was the one who, the money he gave you to return it back, right, to him. And he personally added money that the initial toilet you said you needed was 10 toilets. And he personally went to contact that particular company. And because he resigned in UK, the company sold to him.
No, please, sir. No, I was not able to buy in Nigeria. And so I prefer to buy either in UK or in South Africa. The name of the company that I later chose is called Satellite Industries. We had conversations and I chose the type of toilet that I wanted. And they issued an invoice to me. When they issued the invoice to me, it was remaining for me to pay. He said that it is better for him to pay over there in UK. So that was why I sent the money to him. So it's not like I was not able to buy it. I now sent the money to him.
So you sent the money back to him and he was the one that now made the purchase of those toilets, right?
No, he was not the one that made the purchase. He initiated the payment on my behalf.
The value of the money you sent to him, how many toilets was it supposed to purchase?
The money I sent to him, we used it to buy 15 toilets. That same 5 million, it was not even up to 5 million. The only extra money he added was shipping money.
Okay, so now, from what you said, he gave you around 5 million naira, and you were the one who did the research, located the company, so he gave you 5 million naira because you wanted to expand your operation. But in the end, it was that money that he gave you that you end up using in purchasing that mobile toilet, right?
Yes.
Good. So he said that the initial discussion that he had was 10 toilets, that he was at the point of him making the payment, which he provided through receipts and everything, that he ended up buying 15 mobile toilets.
He did not buy 15 mobile toilets. He paid on my behalf.
From what you are saying now, because he gave you 5 million naira to invest in the business, you looked for the company where you bought the mobile toilet, and you sent that money, that same 5 million naira to him, and he went ahead to pay the company for that mobile toilet, which you are claiming that you made that payment on your behalf. And as a result of that, automatically that mobile toilet becomes your own mobile toilet. Is that what you are saying?
No, that is not what I said. sir. There are so many contexts to this thing that you are talking about. If not, see, if you cannot just say, you cannot say he's no longer interested. We had an agreement. If we have a verbal agreement that we also drafted, and he refused to sign, and for 5 years, let me see, what was in the contract, what was in our agreement, what was, sir?
What was his reason for refusing to sign?
He said, Atolani, I don't know you for many years. If you want to cheat me, you go cheat me. I know they tell my family about these things. I trust you.
He provided you people's chat whereby he said that he is not agreeing on the terms as stipulated in that contract that you sent to him.
That was after 5 years. Look at, I fulfilled every part of my bargain for 5 years. You understand me? For the first 2 years that when we started, what was in the bargain was that it gets 20% of the entire revenue of the company. It does not have anything that to do with operations. Apart from that, who guarantees a partner? Who will say, okay, you are investing in business as a partner. I mean, you are a partner, and I'm still the one guaranteeing your investment. I also said that I will still give him a minimum that is nothing less than 100,000 naira every month until his investment is complete. When the business started, 1,000 naira, I will send 20,000 naira to Idowu. It goes on like that. When you look at the statement, you will see that apart from 20% that goes to him, a lot more than 100,000 additionally went to him as well.
To respond to what you said, he said that you people send every month statement of account. The amount
that was later. That was much later.
Started
immediately the business started.
Wait, hold on now. And you people have been sharing it initially as somebody who brought the money to revive the business, that he was getting 60%, you were getting 40%. That at a point,
no, that was not true.
You disagreed and he had to, okay, let's reduce it to 50-50. And at a point, you also brought
No, that is not the case. Let me talk. What we did is that for the first 2 years, I was giving him almost, people make 30, he will have a revenue of 30,000. It takes 20, I sent 20,000 to him. 50,000, I sent 35,000 to him. I sent it to him as is to make sure his money is complete. If you invest money, there is a duration to everything. Everything that we did is last, you see, in the contract we had, it lasts for 5 years. He did not sign it. At the end of 2 years, he has collected over 10 million. And it is my right to withdraw the additional that I've been giving him. So we go back to the 20% the additional I was giving him, it is until his investment is complete. So once his investment was complete, I called him. I said, Idowu, your investment is complete. So we go back to the 20% as agreed. So at that point, he scattered the whole thing. He said, I'm being greedy. When he said it, and I said, okay, so what do you want us to do? Just to make peace. He said, from now on, we share the money 50-50 after expenses. Before then, I have my truck, I have everything. It's an investor. If you decide to come up with splitting profit, you go, you take your profit and you go. I take my profit and I go. So and I decide to use my own profit to expand the business. It is not thinking out of business owner that we know that this toilet will depreciate. This toilet will need more. You understand? And I'm the one that it is my business. So I have to expand.
Okay, so what are you saying to the claim that he wants the mobile toilet that you use his money to purchase?
I know, sir. It is only a privileged information that I give him that I said this is what I want to use your investment money for. After 5 years, I mean, it was even the one that messaged me. He said it's no more. I said, bros, your contract has already.
That he does not have any right on the mobile toilet that you use money to purchase.
His right has expired. 5 years, his right has expired. Okay, because
the contract that you are talking about that you people never signed, and he has evidence to back it.
Sir, I think at this point you will speak. I will refer you to my lawyer, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.